Okay, so we've got these two best friends, and they really like playing together. They're always together, and they must be outside one day because here in the article it says, one day a magic mirror falls from the sky.
文章这边说到一面魔镜从天而降 A magic mirror actually makes me think of Snow White.
Oh, yeah.
白雪公主 The stepmother in the story would always ask the magic mirror who was the most beautiful woman in the world. 她都怎么问的呢? Do you remember what she said?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Right. 魔镜啊魔镜，谁是世界上最美丽的? And this magic mirror would say, You are the most beautiful, my queen. 所以 magic 这个字到底什么意思呢？神奇的，我们就交给 Aaron 咯。
Okay, we're going to talk more about this adjective, magic. It can also be a noun, but in our article today, we're using it as an adjective. It's spelled M-A-G-I-C, magic. Let's learn more about it now. We're talking about the adjective magic. As an adjective, you have to use magic in front of a noun. That's because the word magic describes the noun as having special powers. Now, these powers often make it possible for people to do things that are impossible. For example, a magic sword will help someone fight. We could also have a magic apple or a magic mirror. These magic things do something special. Here's an example. The old woman said some magic words and the man came back to life. One more time. The old woman said some magic words and the man came back to life.
Magic 在文章中当形容词来用是有魔力的，像我们 A+ 杂志里面的 Magic Box 魔术盒里面就会有很多精彩的单字文法解说。例句呢，我们这边看到的是那名老妇人说了一些咒语之后，那个男的就活过来了。那会施咒语的魔术师该怎么说呢？是 magician.
Okay, so that's not the only word power word we actually saw in that sentence. We remember, if we go back to the sentence, a magic mirror fell from the sky. Okay, so we're going to talk about sky. It's a noun and it's really easy to spell. It's spelled S-K-Y, sky. Let's learn more about it now. What's this noun sky all about? The sky is the big open space above the earth. When you look up into the sky during the day, you might see clouds, airplanes, and the sun. At night, you might see more clouds or the moon and stars. Here's an example. We saw an airplane flying across the sky. Let's say it one more time. We saw an airplane flying across the sky.
Sky 代表的是天空，那同学们注意哦。K 碰到 S 的时候是会变音的 ，SK 我们说的是 sk 的声音。那例句讲到呢，我们看见一架飞机飞过天空。
In English, we call that SK. We call that a consonant blend. Sk.
子音的组合。
Okay, so now Kai and Gerda are playing outside, and a magic mirror falls out of the sky. Not an everyday thing. And it gets even stranger. Here it says, it breaks and a piece, that's a piece of the mirror, gets into Kai's eye.
What? 镜子从天而降，当然就破了。可是不止如此哦，一块碎片还刺进了 Kai 的眼睛。
Ouch! But that's not all. Here it says another enters his heart.
另外一片刺进了他的心脏。
Now
That's a big deal.
Right. Now, it's important to remember that the word another in that sentence means another piece of glass.
We know that a piece gets into Kai's eye, 一片刺中眼睛。Another piece, 另外一片刺中心脏。文章中 another 后面的 piece 被省略掉了。
Okay, so Kai has a piece of mirror in his eye and a piece of mirror in his heart now. Now, I can imagine that this would probably do something strange to you, especially if it's magic. And that's why here it says, from that day on, Kai is different.
从那一天起，也就是 魔镜刺中眼睛还有心脏的那一天，Kai 就不一样了。我们这边看到 from that day on 是从那天起的意思。那如果我们要换字的话，可以换成 from then on， 从那时起也可以放在这边哦。那如果是从现在起呢，我们说 from now on。So how was he different?
Well, we're about to find out. We know that this magic mirror in his eye and his heart are going to change him in some way. That's because he's different now. Here in the article, it tells us how. It says, he is mean to Gerda and won't play with her.
他对 Gerda 很不好，而且不跟她玩在一起了。我们这边看到 mean 这个形容词呢是不好的、刻薄的，它还可以当做动词来用哦，是意指、代表。我们很会问这个问题是什么呢 ？What does this word mean？ 这个字的意思是什么？那里面的 mean 就是动词的用法。
Okay, so now Kai is being mean to his friend, and that's not a nice thing. Remember, that makes us feel really bad, right? So here's where the two sides of the story come in. We know that Kai is mean because of this mirror, but maybe Gerda just doesn't, she feels quite sad. Okay, here's what happens. In the article, it says, one day, Kai is playing outside. Remember, he's by himself. When the evil Snow Queen arrives.
有一天，当Kai在外面玩耍的时候，邪恶的冰雪女王来了。
Uh-oh, now we saw that an evil Snow Queen arrived. This adjective evil is really important for us to know. Evil is spelled E-V-I-L, evil, and we're going to learn more about it now. Let's talk about the adjective evil. Somebody or something that is evil does really bad or mean things because they want to hurt others. Now, we often see evil people or things in movies. For example, monsters are usually evil because they want to hurt people. Here's an example. The evil little boy kicked his neighbor's dog. One more time. The evil little boy kicked his neighbor's dog.
Evil 这个形容词是邪恶的。例句说到呢，那个邪恶的小男孩踢了他邻居的狗一脚。
Not a nice thing to do.
Not
Leave
nice.
that poor animal alone. Okay, so this Snow Queen is evil. That means we know that this Queen is a bad person. Dun, dun, dun. What's gonna happen? Well, here's what she's gonna do first. It says in the article, she invites Kai to her castle, so Kai goes with her. Remember, he's different now.
所以冰雪女王看到Kai的时候，她就邀请他到她的城堡里面去。Kai 就跟了过去，Kai followed.
I can imagine if he didn't have this mirror in him, he might not follow.
He might say no.
Right, he might be scared of this queen. But he's going to follow her to her castle. Now, castle is our last word power of the day. It's a noun and it's spelled C-A-S-T-L-E, castle. Let's find out what it is now. A castle is a very large, very strong building that keeps people safe from their enemies. In stories and movies, kings and queens often live in castles because the castles are strong enough to protect them from an army. Now, castles have really tall walls and lots of big rooms. Here's an example. The princess lived in the castle by herself for 20 years. One more time. The princess lived in the castle by herself for 20 years. That's such a long time to live alone in a big castle.
Right, 20 years. 所以 castle 呢，它是城堡的意思。注意哦，我们在念的时候 T 是不发音的。Castle。例句说呢，那位公主在城堡里面独自生活了20年。So what happens when Kai goes into the castle with the queen?
Okay, well, we know that he's not playing with Gerda anymore, so Gerda can't be like, hey, Kai, don't go with her. And I think that would have helped because Kai just kind of stayed in the castle. Here in the article, it says Kai's parents become worried when he doesn't come home.
Oh, he doesn't go home. So his parents started to worry about him. 所以凯就没有回家了。从那天之后，他的父母亲就开始担心他。So what happens to him?
Well, we aren't going to find out in today's article. Of course, we have 2 more days to find out what happens to Kai. But here we're going to talk a bit more about Kai's parents. Now, Kai's parents know Gerda. Of course, they were best friends. And so they go to Gerda for help. They ask Gerda, Kai was playing outside, but now we can't find him. Did you play with him today?
Of course not, right?
No,
Kai wasn't mean to her.
They might not know that yet.
Right. Kai 的父母呢，就马上跑去问 Gerda， 因为 Gerda 是 Kai 的好朋友。他们问他说 ，Kai 本来在外面玩，但现在我们却找不到他。你今天有跟他玩吗
？Now, because Kai doesn't play with Gerda anymore, she can't really help, but she is worried now about her best friend. And so she wants to help too. But first, it says Gerda shakes her head.
Because she doesn't know where Kai is.
No.
Gerda 就摇摇头 ，shakes her head。那如果是点头，她知道呢，我们就把 shake 改掉，改成 nod，N-O-D，nod one's head 就是点头的意思。
So this means yes, and this means no.
Right.
Okay, so she says no, but she's also worried. Here it says she has a bad feeling and decides to look for Kai.
她也就是 Gerda 觉得不太对劲，她就决定要去找 Kai。What do you think happens to Kai? I think maybe the evil queen put a magic spell on him.
Yeah, I think that magic mirror was actually from the evil Snow Queen.
Right.
Right. Well, we don't have time to find out today, unfortunately, but we are going to finish up with today's review time right now.